Alright, so that larger tip came in. Maybe I'll just show you that here. In comparison to this one, you can see that's definitely a bit of a difference. Right here is where I've put on the new, smaller RF unit right there. Now I took that off of this board here, and you can see, but it used to be right in here. And I can't tell you how much doing this on one board helped make it easier to do it on the next one. A little practice helps. So let's go ahead and test this out, and we'll see if we're getting any signal from this one, and then we'll hook it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out. I have our we're on DC volts again here. So let's first we'll take a look at the power coming in here. Yeah, all right. We're getting that. And what do we got here? Moment of truth. Can you guys see this? Haha, look at that. That looks good. Alright. So I'm going to assume that this board is working. Let's go plug it in. Okay, so we're going to be trying the RF video out on this. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Now this is the AV. You can see that's working alright. Let's go ahead and we'll switch it to RF. And, oops, not volume. Okay, well, that appears to be working. It's pretty fugly looking, but there, well, that's not so good. Okay, so that definitely wasn't working quite right. So on closer inspection, one of my solder joints here just isn't all that good. Funny that. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that up, and we'll see if that improves things at all. Alright, so what we're seeing here is actually the RF video out now. So you can see it's still, just a little bit of interference. It actually looks worse on the camera than it does to the eye. I know, that sounds hokey, but it's true. And really fixing that that connection there helped a lot. But what I had to do was I also chucked the RF shielding over the top of it again. I don't know if that made a difference, but I did that, and I cleaned the connector. And after cleaning the connector and throwing the RF shielding back on, it looks way better. It's a huge improvement. So all I have left on this one is the reset switch. So hopefully those will come in soon, and we'll get this all fixed up. Alright, so great news here. Check this out. I did get in these adapters, or these ports here for the Sega Genesis. Now, these do look like new parts. They're it doesn't really look used at all. They may be old, I'm not really sure, and they're not the exact same thing here, but they're very close. And, oops. At any rate, I'm excited about getting this put together. Alrighty, so here's the new controller port. You can see I had to use some different screws. These ports actually have slightly larger holes, but that worked out okay. I went ahead and soldered everything up, so let's see how this works. Well, the start button seems to be working. Left, right, up, down. Yeah, pretty good. Alright. Sweet. So I'm going to do the turbo here. Let's plow through these guys. Nice. Alright, so this is a now fully working Sega Genesis. I thought that I'd gotten this one going, but those controller port problems were giving me trouble. But now everything's working. Reset button. New fully working Sega Genesis system here, so very successful. So I'm really excited. I got those switches in finally. So you can see here I've got a couple bags. They came, it's like a whole assortment. There's a bunch of different ones, so they're all sorted out. But I pretty quickly was able to narrow it down to a couple that looked promising. So initially I tried this one. I just sort of rested it in one of the boards that I had taken a switch out of before, but it actually turned out to be a little too tall. But this one that's shorter actually is the one that works out really, really well. So what I had to do, I think you can see here in a comparison, it's a little bit bigger, and so what I did was I bent it. You can see I just bent, oops, those legs in. and that seems to work out pretty well. I can just slot that right in the board. So let me go ahead and solder this in, and we'll see if this fixes our reset button issues. Okay, so here is the new, and I dare say slightly crooked button. So let's see if this works well, or if I have to maybe loosen the solder joints again and just reposition that ever so slightly. Alrighty, so here we are, new reset button in this. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, and we'll see if this works. Take a look at the TV here. Power on. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Let's try out this reset button. Haha! Take a look at that. Alright, so this looks like this is working here. I did have to readjust the height on that button just a little bit. I kind of had to loosen the solder up and just push it through a little bit more. There's not a lot of wiggle room in there, but definitely we have a really good replacement solution for these bad reset switches on all of these Genesis systems. So very happy about that. You know, I think that these repairs are done now. I think these are all working pretty good. So thanks for joining me. I really hope that these videos have been helpful, and I hope you'll join me again next time for some more video game related videos. Thanks for watching.